what is fascinating about these phrases for me is, how is it that we all know this phrase? We can't talk about the elephant in the room, or we need to address the elephant in the room. We all know that. When have we last used that phrase? I'm just trying to think. Have I used that phrase in the past year? I think probably I might have done, in a family context. But how did someone come up with this phrase, and how did it make that leap into common usage, where everybody knows what that means? Nobody in this room would not be able to explain what it means. Maybe an uncomfortable subject, or a subject so big that everybody knows about it, but nobody really wants to address it. And is it, do we think, a very British thing, where we don't feel comfortable necessarily about talking about it, or addressing it, or being upfront about little Johnny? He's got a terrible BO problem. And it's a real issue at family gatherings. It may be minor, but you could say, are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? But nobody ever does, do they? They'll go and talk about it outside of the context and say, nobody ever wants to talk about the elephant in the room. And it would suggest that it's quite a big issue, topic that everybody's concerned about. Everybody knows about it. They're really concerned about it. But no one's willing to grasp the nettle. That's something different. So, where did it come into common usage? It's a great phrase, isn't it? The elephant in the room. Imagine there was an elephant in the room here now. We were all pushed out to the sides. No one's going to talk about the elephant in the room. Well, you would. Who bought this elephant? And why is it in the room? We need to talk about it. So it's a great way of addressing someone, demonstrating something. And I wonder as well, sometimes when you get people that use these words or metaphors or sayings or whatever they are out of context, when you're talking about something totally different, and you say, well, we've got to talk about the elephant in the room, but they're not talking about that, they're talking about something else. I'm rambling.